Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be quick and to the point. Based on some recent events with with Root Service having to pull an EP off for plagiarism, I feel it's very important we talk about how to use reference tracks the right way and not the wrong way. Because reference tracks, when used correctly, is a very powerful tool you can use as a producer for inspiration, arrangement, or just even mixing. But it can also be used in the wrong way, which can be plagiarism or stealing kind of an idea off another artist's back, which, FYI, not a good look. Plagiarism in EDM probably happens more than we know about it, and it's very frowned upon. The artist's EP that got pulled from the label, which I'm not going to mention the name, but their image is stained with this plagiarism from here on out. And it's definitely going to affect them within the community of producers. So I want to show you guys the correct way on how to use a reference track. A couple of different ways you can use it. This video is going to be pretty short and probably sweet to the point because I am kind of ill. So yeah, if I leave anything out or if you guys have any questions over anything, just drop them right down below in the comment section and I'll answer them as fast as I can for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm in my DAW, and now I'm just going to choose a random song. Let's type in I don't know, let's just use Subtronics. I feel like he's really kind of pushing it right now. I Just Mafia, love this track by him. I don't know what 140 looks like. Make this 140 real quick. Okay, so one thing you can use a reference track for is arrangement, right? So you can see here that these are different parts. You can see this is obviously an intro. So you can literally break down your track, and I already kind of have markers put down in my DAW previously, but I can literally be like, okay, intro, you have, he's teasing the melody early on. So do this, tease melody. Then you get to energy. Okay, so this is example 1 right here. So let me actually cut this just because we can make this look more colorful. Fake out. Make that a little bit darker blue, and then we'll say drop 30. Okay. So right here alone, the first example you can use for a reference track is just laying it out. Now, once I take away this track, right, I have a layout I already have it written down. All right, so I'm going to tease this melody. I'm going to put a new motif, and I'm going to go into the build-up. I'm going to do this 4-bar fake out, and then I'm going to bring it into the drop. So that's example 1, is just pulling a track and just using it for arrangement purposes. And the next one could be inspiration. So let me pull in another track here. So now you could think of doing something different here. You could think of, well, let me hear some elements that inspire me. So say if it's a song that inspires you, you have a guitar starting out here, and then you go to some ambient in the background. He has like a clock, for example. So we have clock. Okay, guitar. I'm just gonna do this because I can show you this real quick. Guitar, clock. There's a little fill right here that we can keep in mind before he goes over. Now we're in a hype section here. Okay, we don't really have to get that far in this track because, like I said, we're using this as as inspiration. So let me see if I have any guitar loops or anything like that. I actually really like this loop. Holy shit! fun. This is definitely a different vibe, but it's fun. Yeah, 152. That's fine. Fine, we can use it to break right here because we wanted to break like before. So now we have our guitar starting out. What else do we have in this? We had an impact, some ambience here. So let's keep adding, right? Probably really dubstep heavy one. Cool. And now we had a clock in the background originally, right? So now we can use something different. I don't want to use a clock. I don't want to copy him, but maybe a rim shot. You know? So we're just gonna follow the old rim shot on the 3, except we'll leave space here for the fill. We're just gonna make a brute. Okay, so now we do. And then we can maybe a triplet here, but we'll see. Part of making music is having fun. It's still on. Okay, perfect. We have our very basic drum beat here. So far, instead of using a clock, we created our own with our rim shot here. I'm gonna add a little bit of reverb too, just to kind of add that nice space. Oh wait. And then we can put like, I don't know, we can fill this here with whatever we want. We have a fill, right? So let's do like a drum fill, because then we're gonna go, I'm feeling like something a little more motiony, so we're gonna go to the next part, gonna add like hi-hats and groove to it, right? We're gonna kind of feel for it. And you may say, this doesn't sound anything like virtual, right? And I would say, perfect. It's not supposed to. I felt inspired. I got the groove, I pulled in the guitar because guitar inspired me. And we're making our own piece here. That's the biggest takeaway in this video. I can tell you is we're just making something. We got inspired by Wallmonger, and this doesn't sound like it. And that's that's the point. That's the point. You're supposed to inspire something, not supposed to copy something. I don't think. I don't know if that works, but fuck it. Go on. Just carry this over. Let's also, now we got the hype section. It changed the guitar a little bit, right? So now let's change it. I'm gonna add an amp and see if I can get this more electronic. We can do here. That's why. Heck yeah, that's fun. And let's also see if we can pull. So I'm going to that off there and turn this up to like 50%. For it sounded good. So far, that's fun. Fun. I like this so far. Okay, and we're using the same guitar, and we just made it sound completely different. So let's I think we should have some type of swoosh here again, maybe. But we need like a bass line here, right? Because this added some bass. Yeah, it's very full. So let's add first those hi-hats we were talking about. Let's see if we can just find a loop for that for the simplicity of this. Hi-hat loop. Oh, is this a loop? I think that might be too aggressive. Okay, we'll see. And we could do like a little variety sample here where we just kind of pull out the but we should cool. All right. So far, we've barely used any lanes, and based off of the riots, we're already making progress, right? So let's see if we can add some bass, because I really kind of think like a flat reed. Okay, so I ended up not going with the Reese, but I ended up going with this Ableton stock guitar bass, a little bit of compression. There you go, and this is what it sounds like. It really just follows that pattern. So, with using Virtual Riot's reference in about 10 to 15 minutes, we've made this. And then from there, we could obviously go into a build up of some sort and go to probably some style of like future bass, probably would be kind of the idea for this track. Um, so I hope that explains enough for you guys. This video actually went a little bit longer than I thought. Just I kind of want to show you an example of how you can use the resources without copying and pasting someone else's idea. Because like I said, big no, don't do that. So, and obviously I know this is not like an amazing track or anything, but he spent 10 minutes working on it with just some samples. So, if this helped you guys kind of understand how to use reference tracks better, feel free to leave a like and hit that subscribe button for me. We broke 400 earlier this week. So shout out all you guys. I appreciate you all. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to edit this and then I'm going to pass out so I feel better tomorrow. So have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.